Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best VR headset.
Starting at number 5.
PlayStation VR. If you want to play VR games on a console, then the PlayStation VR system is a decent option given its lower price point. As reviewer Sherry L. Smith noted, PlayStation VR delivers compelling games in a comfortable, easy-to-use headset that won't break your budget. The semi-futuristic-looking headset is surprisingly comfortable, with a superb range of some of the best VR games. This includes games like Hitman 3, Stride and Star Wars, Squadrons among others. If you have a PS4 or PS4 Pro, then PlayStation VR is definitely one of the more affordable ways to play VR games with decent quality graphics since you don't need an expensive gaming PC. Plus, even with the less-than-stellar Move controllers and graphics that fall a bit short of high-end PC graphics, you still get a relatively high-end VR experience.
Coming at number 4.
Meta Quest Pro. The Meta Quest Pro is effectively the grown-up version of the Quest 2. Though the Quest Pro can play games, it's aimed at designers, engineers, scientists and creatives who frequently collaborate online. This is another step toward Meta's goal of making the metaverse a reality and, questions about the metaverse viability aside, the Quest Pro is itself an impressive piece of tech. The issue is that it may not be practical for most VR enthusiasts, let alone anyone looking to just get started experiencing mixed reality. Its features aren't aimed toward gaming, meaning that there are better, and certainly less expensive, options for VR gamers. At $999, you would be better off with a PS5 and PSVR or a gaming PC with a VR headset if all you want to do is play games. And the Quest 3 performs just as well when it comes to games, but at half the price. Given that the Quest 3 can probably do most things you'll need, most people will probably pass on the Quest Pro. But if money is no object, there's no denying that the Meta Quest Pro is a great VR headset.
At number 3.
Meta Quest 2. The Meta Quest 2 is a masterclass in incremental improvements over its predecessor, the Oculus Quest. As reviewer Michael Andronico concluded, the Meta Quest 2's price, game library, and overall ease of use make it the best entry point into virtual reality yet. The Quest 2 sports a slicker design, better display resolution, a 120Hz refresh rate in some games and apps, and faster overall performance than the original Oculus Quest. It also just feels like a well-made headset. There's a large market for Meta Quest 2 accessories too, from Logitech speakers that can be attached to the Quest 2 strap to provide a premium sound experience without taking you fully out of the real world to charging docks and more. Plus, the Quest 2 does all this without any cables, which is one of the reasons why it still holds our top spot for the best VR headset. But you can still connect it to a PC via the Meta Quest Link cable to play the best PC VR games. One own Mike Prospero did just that with Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Quest 2.
Number 2 of my list.
PlayStation VR 2. Sony's new PSVR 2 is arguably the best wired VR headset, given it has a plethora of high-end specs, including a brilliant OLED display. But it sits behind the Quest 3 because it requires a PS5 to work and is limited to the PlayStation ecosystem. Plus the gap between the Quest 3 and PSVR 2 is much smaller than the gap between the Quest 2 and the PSVR 2 thanks to a new processor and display on the Quest 3. Still, the PSVR 2 is excellent, especially for gaming. The headset is comfortable with just a relatively slim but sturdy cable that connects it to the PS5. The screen is excellent with impressive pass-through capabilities and 4K resolution. Plus, there's 3D audio support and easy buttons for adjustment. But the real ace in the hole is the Sense controllers. These are not only rather comfortable and good at tracking, but they also have excellent haptic feedback, an area where other VR headsets are lacking.
And number 1.
Meta Quest 3. The Meta Quest 3 is undoubtedly the best VR headset I've ever tested is the first line of our review of Meta's latest VR headset. It improves on the Quest 2 in just about every way, including a brand new Qualcomm Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 processor and twin LCD lenses that offer 2K resolution in each eye for a combined 4K resolution. That said, it's still not perfect. The battery life did not impress us. We managed to kill the battery in just under 2 hours. And while the full color pass-through thanks to the 2 RGB cameras and depth projector is impressive, for a headset build as a mixed reality headset, there isn't a lot to try out in mixed reality yet. Despite these shortcomings though, the Quest 3 is still the top choice. Its improvements over the Quest 2 make choosing the older Quest headset a poor choice unless you're looking for something truly entry-level. And while the PSVR 2 is more powerful and has eye-tracking features, the resolution upgrade on the Quest 3 really bridges the gap. Plus, as with the Quest 2, you can still play PC VR games thanks to the link cable or AirBridge, sold separately, something the PSVR 2 cannot manage.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.